Hey Scorpios and cross watchers. Welcome. This is 1144 messages, and as you can see, it changed a little. I'm back to my table, but because I don't know if I told everyone or you may be new, I had some issues with my leg, so I've been doing readings from my bed actually. But now I'm much better, and so I'm back at the table. But I do have to figure out the space situation because, yeah, I have a lot of decks going on here. But hopefully, you can still take in the messages that I have here. And even though you really can't see them that well, of course, I'll be showing them to you. Okay? So, this is Scorpios that are dealing with all signs from Aries to Pisces. So, I hope you enjoy it. I will timestamp, and that reminds me, one second, let me actually get something to write with so that I can do that. While I'm just sitting here saying I'm going to timestamp and I don't even have anything to write with. Okay. So, we're just going to get started with Aries. Hold on. Let me write them down first. Hopefully everyone's doing well. I mean, the cards look like it. I'll say that. For the most part, you know. Okay, Leo. I really should have had all this done, but I literally just thought of it. Libra, Scorpio, Sag, Cap, Aqua, Pisces. 1, 2, 3. Okay, here we go. So Aries will start at 217. Scorpio dealing with Aries. Put this here. Yes, that will be good. Okay, here we go. Scorpio's dealing with an Aries at this time. So I decided to first pull, a regular message, then a clarifying card, and then I also pulled an oracle type card as well as my own messages. So that's what I'll be doing. Okay? Scorpio's dealing with an Aries. So the first card out was the Magician. Let me show you. The Magician. And then you got the Page of Swords. I'm not going to say they're clarifying cards. I'm just going to say they're additional messages. So you got the Magician, the Page of Swords, and then for the Oracle card, you got Spread Your Wings, and it's really the Two of Wands. Okay? All right. And I'll read the additional message, my personal message, after I tell you about the reading. Sorry, Aries, I'm really just figuring all of this out during your reading. I do apologize. All right, so this is what I have. I have business and love readings, so business is first. You may receive a message about a financial matter. This is telling you to take control of this situation because you really need to examine all of the details and the information here. Don't just go off of others' advice and don't fully depend on other people at this time. Don't be too confident that someone will be able to handle this for you. I'll just leave it up to them. Don't do that because you actually have what it takes to attract all of the abundance that you need to deal with this possible financial matter. Sorry about that. Now, this is Scorpio dealing with an Aries, so this can be a message for Scorpio or Aries. You know, Scorpio dealing with an Aries in business, I'm not sure. But you could, Scorpio or Aries could start a spiritual career or something that you have to study spiritual literature possibly. And then with the advice card, which is essentially the Two of Wands, you could benefit from the guidance of others. Once again, I mean, it does say that, you know, in the previous message here. But instead, once again, instead of depending on others, you will choose to just make it on your own. That's your desire. But you will put in the work that's needed for this business. You will do that. Okay? So, like I said, you could be dealing with a Scorpio or Aries in business. Messages can be flipped. And let's see. So for love, that was the business portion. For love, I will say that's 6:15. Okay. Scorpio and Aries in love. You, either the Scorpio or the Aries, may not be ready for commitment yet, but this does have the potential to be a strong spiritual relationship or possibly just a friendship where you just, you know, share ideas and encourage each other with that Magician card. And with the Two of Wands card, it's literally the same exact message that I just said. And that card is spread your wings. So you are encouraged to spread your wings. And then the additional message that I got, let's elevate together. So Scorpio dealing with Aries, you will meet someone that wants to elevate with you. And like I said, it does not just have to be romantic. It can be just a friendship. Okay. Sorry, Aries, you're just a guinea pig with how I'm going to do this whole thing. I think I figured it out, though. Okay, so that was for Aries. And next is Taurus at 7:44. Business. Okay. So Taurus, dealing with a Scorpio. You got the Eight of Pentacles. And take a good look at that card because it is significant. The Fool. And your Oracle card, Master, which is a major arcana card for the Devil. Okay. And of course, I'll read the additional message after the reading. Taurus dealing with a Scorpio. Maybe you just got a new job working with a Taurus Scorpio, or a promotion, or some type of success came through with a business venture. This urges you to pay attention to the details. Don't be too naive. Use your intuition as well as your logic and gain additional skills possibly. For some, it could be a business trip that you take with a Scorpio, Taurus, okay? I did notice with this Eight of Pentacles why I told you to take a closer look at it. Look at this person in this card. They're wearing a mask. And the mask has a smile on it. This person could be sneaky. That's what I got from it. Okay. Um, in love, and that message is at 10:04. Scorpio dealing with a Taurus in love. You and this person could have a relationship currently, or you could restart one. But you're moving into the next level or stage of this relationship, and you are willing to put in the work. You are, or you will be dedicated to each other. Maybe you are, of a more mature age, and you feel as if you finally found love. It could be a soulmate connection, even. With the Master card, which is our major arcana for the devil, I don't feel as if this has to do with love with this card. But if it does, just make sure that you maintain your emotional independence when dealing with this Scorpio, Taurus, and release your old fears, release your old ways of dealing with relationships. Also, don't let the sex blind you. If it's dealing with business, this Master or Devil card, you may get a lot of abundance from the work opportunity. Um, or you may, get a better social status even. It's important for you to remain grounded and don't let it go to your head. Don't be too consumed with the money and or the status. Okay? And the additional message that I got was here for a good time, not a long time. So that could be for money or love, really, depending on how you handle the situation. If you use both your logic and your intuition, then it's up to you. Or if it's love for some, the person just may not be here for the long run. But don't ignore the red flags that you may see, especially with that Master or Devil card, because it could be someone that you have a temporary situation with already. You're just having a good time with them, and you may move on from them to a soulmate connection that's dedicated. Okay, so if it's for love, just use your logic and your intuition if it's for love or money. Yeah, because whoever you may be doing business with, Taurus or Scorpio, they may not be, they could just be there for the status and the money and not there for, the long run. Okay? For the people that just clicked for the love portion of this, let me just show you the cards. I'm still figuring it out. Looks like Taurus was also a guinea pig here. Okay. It will get better as the reading progresses, okay? Yeah, I'm going to have to show the cards twice because since I'm time stamping both messages, yep, that's what I'll do. All right. Now, let's move on to Gemini at 14:01, business portion. Okay. Gemini dealing with Scorpio, you have the Seven of Wands. And then, of course, you got two additional cards. And the way they came out was the Six of Pentacles and then the Five of Pentacles. So I don't really like how it's going 7, 6, 5. That's going down. I like to see it go up. So that was the first thing that I noticed. Oh my gosh, and I'm literally just noticing this. For your oracle card, you got moving on, but look at it. It's the 8 of Cups. So now we have the 8 of Cups, the 7 of Wands, the 6 of Pentacles, and the 5 of Pentacles. Wow. Wow. Okay. So here we go with the message. In business, Geminis and Scorpios, things could be, or they, could seem difficult when it comes to a financial matter, but you're urged to hold on and not give up. You could be fighting with a Gemini, Scorpio about money or material things. It's important for you to stand your ground. Okay? It could be a Gemini business partner, Scorpio business partner, or coworker that could be, or they could be, or could become an enemy or competitor. Maybe you fell out with them and now they're on the opposing side. I'm not sure. Don't show your weakness. Stand firm, okay? Keep working because it will pay off. You may get some type of financial help. And overall, you could have a lot of people that will want to just work with you and assist you. Okay? If you receive any opportunities, you are urged to take them. You may need to look for another job to possibly get away from this Gemini Scorpio, and or to turn your financial woes around. A Gemini or a Scorpio could bring you down, and you need to detach. You need to get rid of material things that you don't really need. And maybe by getting rid of them, selling them, and you can use the money to get yourself out of the financial matter that you could be dealing with. Or you can just, choose to donate them, and that will help your karma balance, okay? But it's definitely pointing to some type of financial loss. Maybe, especially with that 8 of Cups. You could have lost some money in an investment, maybe because of a Gemini or Scorpio. You are urged to just cut your losses and move on. Just conserve what you have and to not be distracted by anyone with that 7 of Wands here. Maybe leave a job and move on, okay, with the 5 of Pentacles as well. And I wanted to show you quickly. Look at this 5 of Pentacles. 5 of Pentacles card. That could be someone just dragging you down, just holding you back. You are urged to get out of that situation so that you don't have to deal with that anymore. All right. The additional message has to do with love, so I will save that until we get to the love portion, which is actually right now. Okay, so Gemini and Scorpio in love. You got the 7 of Wands. You got the 6 of Pentacles. The 5 of Pentacles. And the 8 of Wands. I'm sorry, the 8 of Cups. Oh my gosh. Eight of Wands. Whoa, okay. And that started at 1930. Okay. Now, Gemini and Scorpio in dealing with the love situation. Instead of arguing with this person, you could try to work things out. You are urged to be positive, and if you feel that it's worth it, then stay. You could choose to just have a business relationship with this person and just share resources so that you can both profit. Then that could be the financial help that you could get. I did mention you getting financial help in the business portion of this reading. You could just choose to live together so you both benefit financially. Have a convo with this person and see what ideas or resources that you both can share to move forward successfully. This relationship could be or could have drained you. It could be draining you or it could have drained you. And perhaps that's why a convo is warranted, so that instead of focusing on the distraction of the emotions and love and all of that, you can just help each other out to win financially. And the Eight of Cups talks about that as well. It could really just go either way here. You can choose to end the love part of this and just focus on the win-win part, or not give up on this and just put more work into it. Even though it did mention you feeling drained by putting a lot into this with no return. There's no feeling like that you're getting anything back from this. You could keep it together for financial benefits though. And or you don't want to be alone. That could be a situation where you just, you don't want to re-enter the dating scene. You don't want to start over. You like the company of this person, Scorpio or Gemini. Okay? And the additional message that you got was, I actually want to watch the movie. And that is a message that I wrote, and it really has to do with okay, so like when you have a Netflix and chill type situation, for those of you familiar with that. Okay, so it's always implied when usually implied when you invite someone over to have a Netflix and chill, then you're really not going to want to watch the movie. You're really going to want to just do sexual things with this person. That's what Netflix and chill is usually about. Okay? Now for this card, with it saying, I actually want to watch the movie, this could mean that there's none of that going on. No sex. It's just going to be, I'm getting like a roommate vibe. And I got that with the rest of the reading. Like, hey, you know what? It's possibly just beneficial for you guys to just have a roommate situation. It's like you're helping each other win. You're saving money. You're combining your resources. All of that. And, you can still, you had a relationship, so you can still chill with each other. But instead of it being a sexual chill, it will be more like a roommate chill. Like, hey, come watch this movie with me. You know what? That's cool because I actually want to watch this movie. It could be that. Now, you did get an additional message. And it's weird how that additional message popped up. But instead of going into all of that, because it's already a long enough video, I won't waste your time. I'll just tell you. The additional message that you got for this was rest and reconsider. Okay? And it's actually the Nine of Wands card. And this talks about trying to hold on to and put work into something that's just not working for you. You could have both learned that it's just not supposed to be, as far as love at this time for you two. Um, there could have been, like I said earlier, some type of financial setback, but now it's beginning to be stable, possibly because you've come to this conclusion with this person, Scorpio or Gemini, and now you both are helping each other, save money and recover from whatever the situation was. Okay? Um, yeah. I was going to actually read you what it said in the book about this card, but that could, I'm not sure if I even need to. It's kind of like beating a dead horse. I think you kind of get the situation here. Yeah. Yeah, it's saying give yourself some space to relax and replenish your energy, recharge, be more clear-headed, and, you know, come to some type of agreement, basically. So I'll say that. That was the message for Gemini and Scorpio. Okay, Cancer will start at 26:29. The business portion. All right, Cancers and Scorpios. Cancerians and Scorpios. You got the Six of Cups, the Empress, and then for your Oracle card, you got Flow. And that's actually the Wheel of Fortune. It's major arcana for the Wheel of Fortune card. And of course, I'll read the additional messages afterwards. All right. Cancerians and Scorpios dealing in business together. This speaks about good fortune and success after a loss. Maybe joining with a group or maybe joining with a Scorpio, Cancer, to increase your financial success. Now, both the Six of Cups card that you got plus the Empress card talk about that, okay? Both also talk about a creative project or job that you're involved in that's successful, or it will be. You are just in complete control now. Whichever side you fit in, you're in complete control, or you should be. The Wheel of Fortune or the Flow card that you got for your Oracle card, it points to a favorable outcome and changes. You will gain the skills that you need and you will grow from this. Again, it talks about meeting people that you will end up working with. They want to work with you. They want to help you. It could be a Scorpio or a Cancer, okay? Now, 2854 for the love portion. Okay. Scorpios and Cancerians in love. You got the Six of Cups, the Empress, and major arcana for the Wheel of Fortune, Flow. And it's interesting that in this, he's in the water. And we're talking about two water signs. Just notice that. Okay. And of course, the Six of Cups is a water card as well. Water element cups. Okay. Here we go. So, Scorpios and Cancerians dealing in a love situation. Now, you may not want to hear it, but this talks about a possible past lover returning, either a Cancer or a Scorpio, trying to return and resolve things, or maybe just to reconnect. For an existing relationship, it could be some type of emotional renewal for you two. It's positive feelings being renewed about each other. You may now have more respect for each other, more affection, maybe a possible renewed sexual connection. Or for some, don't freak out, okay? But for some, it could be a possible pregnancy with that Empress card. I'm just saying, be careful if you don't want that. If it is a past lover returning, watch out for the pregnancy, especially. Okay? The person could come back with more respect and affection for you. They could be seemingly trustworthy now, or they could just be promising this. You are definitely urged to use your intuition when dealing with anyone in general, but especially someone from the past, because the Wheel of Fortune card, the flow card here, it's saying that the situation could go either way. The person from the past may have actually changed for the better. So, I mean, that's always a possibility. People do change. But if it's an existing relationship with that Six of Cups and the Wheel, they both talk about a relationship improving. So it could, your existing relationship could improve. But like I said, watch out for that pregnancy if you do not desire to have a child at this time. Now, you got 2 additional messages. You got ask me if I care, and you got squirrel. Okay, so let me explain this. For the ask me if I care, I'm looking at it more from a love perspective. So ask me if I care, especially with that Empress there. You may say that if a past person returns. You may not want any dealings with a past person. And they can be like, but I've changed. I mean, I want to give you the world and blah, blah, blah. And you're just like, ask me if I care. Was I supposed to care about that? No, okay. I missed the memo. And squirrel. That could be a past person that is, like I said, saying that they have changed, presenting themselves as if they have changed. But for some, maybe they have not changed, and maybe they can still be distracted by other energies. Squirrel is like, oh, look, squirrel. It's just like you can't stay focused on one thing. You're just all over the place. Okay? Use your intuition and your logic here. All right. Those were the messages for Scorpios dealing with Cancerians. Let's put this back here. Whoa. All right. Let me write this down now. Scorpios dealing with Leos at 3407. Oh, I kind of like that. 3407. 3 plus 4 is 7. I don't know. That's just me. I like the numerology stuff, even though it's not even really numerology. It's just anyway, okay. So, Scorpios dealing with Leos. This is the business portion. You got Temperance, the 10 of Pentacles. You also got another message with the 7 of Wands. And then You got a Seven of Cups, which is daydreams and decisions. Of course, I'll read the additional message after. Okay. Scorpio's dealing with Leos. For business, this is talking about moderation and patience. They're both important at this time. You may have gotten your money matters in order and things may be balanced. Keep them that way, okay? Don't overspend just because you have it. Don't focus on all the money that you will get. What's that saying? Oh, I don't remember the saying, but there's a couple of them. Basically, just don't spend the money before you even get it. Okay? Uh you could want to splurge, but just be patient. Just deal with what's happening now. Stay grounded, live in the present, and you'll be golden. You could get an inheritance from a Leo or a Scorpio, or you could marry into money. Marry a Leo or a Scorpio, and they're wealthy. Again, don't spend money that you don't have yet. This could be a family business that you're involved in with a Leo or Scorpio. It's balanced and harmonious. And you or the other person, whoever's in the boss position here, is fair. Responsibilities are distributed equally. Or if you did get an inheritance, that was for, if it's a family business. If you did get an inheritance, then it's the same thing. It's distributed equally. For some, it could be a situation where you need to stand your ground with a financial matter. Don't argue over the money and the possessions. And I know a lot of times that does happen with if you get an inheritance, You will see people's true colors a lot in those situations. But you're urged to not argue over money and possession. And that's with an inheritance or with a family business. Just don't argue. Just keep everything just harmonious and great. As I stated earlier, don't let money take over your mind to where you start getting reckless with your money. Also, if it is an inheritance or a family business, you may not see things clearly, so be cautious when it comes to that. Let's see if there are any other business messages. Okay. Love will be at 38:10. Okay. Leo's dealing with Scorpios in love. You have Temperance, Ten of Pentacles, Seven of Wands, and Daydreams and Decisions Oracle card, which is Seven of Cups. Okay? You are urged to, this is Scorpio and Leo, heal disagreements, avoid ego struggles with the Temperance and the Seven of Wands. With this Leo or Scorpio, seek peace. If this is a new relationship, don't rush things. This could turn into something beautiful and stable and successful. Or, again, you could marry into money. If this is existing, you could choose to just heal things and be more romantic with each other at this time. They could inspire you. Or possibly a new Leo or Scorpio partner does that. They could inspire you. Maybe you're trying to decide what you even really want in a relationship at this time. If you have a lot of options, you could be daydreaming about them, or you should. You're urged to do that. You know, once you decide, daydream, play with it in your imagination, and then once you decide on who or what you want, then take action with maybe a Leo or a Scorpio, who knows? Whoever you're involved with, um, Leo or Scorpio, they are already mature and ready for something serious. Yeah. So this could be for someone that you're already involved with, a Leo or Scorpio possibly that you're already involved with, or someone that you could possibly be involved with once you make the decision on who you want with all of the options that you possibly have. They could be mature and ready for something serious, so keep that in mind. And the additional message card that I got was, I'm already fixed. And what that means is, you know how you meet someone and you realize that they're like a project? Like, okay, so what do I have to deal with you? Like, what are your issues? What's going on with you? This person is already fixed. Whoever you are, you could have met them already, or you could meet them. They're already fixed and ready to go. No fixing needed. Batteries included. Oh gosh. Okay. Sorry about that. Next, 4151. Virgo. This is Scorpio and Virgo in business. Ooh. Almost lost my notes there. Okay. Scorpio and Virgo in business. I got, now you know, or you maybe don't know, I don't like taking reversals. I really don't. But when spirit puts it out that way, sometimes I just have to do it. I just have to take it. So you got the Five of Swords in reverse. You got the Lovers card. And you got listen, and it's major arcana for the High Priestess. And of course you'll get the additional message after, if it applies to this portion of the reading. Okay, so Virgo and Scorpio in business. You could be recovering from some fight over money. Like I said, possibly with a Virgo or Scorpio. You could have decided that it's just not worth fighting. You could have regrets and have now decided to just combine your money and work together. Or, you've resolved things with them and now they want to help you financially. Maybe you've struggled at the workplace with a Virgo or Scorpio and changed jobs. Now you're in a better, or positions, now you're in a better environment that supports growth and harmony. Maybe you've met or you will meet a Virgo, Scorpio at work, or when you start your own business. The people that you meet with this, with your business partnerships. With the High Priestess or the Listen card, the money fight could have been over someone overspending. It could talk about using your own intuition about money matter. It's just not worth it with the Five of Swords. Using your intuition about a work matter, getting into a better work environment that's spiritually based, You know, it could talk about that as well. Okay, and so the additional message is more love based, so I will save that for the love portion of the reading, which starts now at 45:07. Okay, Virgos and Scorpios in love. You got the Five of Swords in reverse, the Lover's card, and you got Listen, which is major arcana for the High Priestess. Doesn't she look a little like Willow Smith, if you know who that is? Anyway, she's very spiritual as well. Okay, Virgos and Scorpios in love. You could have had a decision in love dealing with this Virgo or Scorpio, maybe after a fight. Maybe you've made changes and, you know, decided to watch your words because you realize that words, they can hurt. You've possibly decided to communicate better with each other. Or for some, maybe you could have just ended it like, hey, I'm done. Maybe the fight was over money and someone thought that the other person wasn't being realistic about their finances, or you just clashed and ended things because maybe one was spiritual and the other wasn't. It could have been a very romantic relationship at one time, but possibly just not realistic or grounded. You know, or maybe just not realistic for what the other person wanted going forward. You could meet someone and have this type of relationship where it's just not realistic or grounded, but it's very romantic. Could be that. Or you could meet someone that's very spiritual, or maybe you could be very spiritual. I'm not sure how it all goes. There's many different avenues here. Now, the additional message that you got was watching patterns. And I feel like this applied more to the love portion. That's why I'm including it here. And with watching patterns, you could use your intuition now and just really watch people that you involve yourself with. Not just listen to their words only, or even watch temporary actions, because you know a lot of people say, oh well, I pay attention to actions, not words. A lot of times it's beneficial to pay attention to their patterns, which is what this card is about, because anyone can put up a facade and show you what they think you want to see, and they possibly can keep this up for a long enough time to convince you. But it's important to watch someone's patterns instead. Do they keep slipping in and out of who they say they are? Are their actions, matching all of the time? So keep that in mind. Okay, so that's that for Scorpios and Virgos. 4901 is going to be Scorpios and Libras. This is going to be a long video. Okay. Scorpios dealing with Libras. Now you have how did it come out? Oh, okay. Okay, you have the Ten of Cups, the Three of Swords, yikes, and then for the Oracle card, you have Embrace, which is major arcana for the World card. The additional message will be after. And it looks like it's going to be for the love portion of the reading. Okay. So Libras and Scorpios dealing in business together. This could be past, present, future. I'm not sure. So keep that in mind, you know? Okay, so some type of financial loss could have happened due to trusting someone. You know, maybe you thought that they had your best interests at heart and they didn't. They could have been your financial backer, even, and they could have withdrawn their money. And you were depending on that. It could be a Scorpio or Libra not approaching a financial matter in a balanced way. Maybe too much emotions, not being practical, or the other way around. Being too practical, not enough emotions. But it has to be balanced so that it works. Maybe someone lost a job here and they feel unhappy at a, maybe someone lost a job and they feel unhappy about that, or because maybe it was a job that they loved, or they just felt extremely unhappy at that job. Maybe you and a Scorpio and a Libra made a bad business decision together, or one of you made a bad business decision and suffered a loss as a result. Or you just, maybe if it's not a business, maybe you just feel unfulfilled at work, and either you will recover from that setback and become financially secure, or it has happened already. You may receive some money from family also, maybe an inheritance. Someone dealing with an inheritance could have wronged you. That's another possibility with that Three of Swords. You could also marry a Libra or Scorpio that's wealthy, marrying into money with the Ten of Cups. I personally think that the Ten of Cups energy is your present or your future energy, because you have two cards pointing to things turning around for you with that World card and the Ten of Cups. So I think maybe that Three of Swords is something that happened prior to all of this. Either way, you've learned hard lessons and you are, or you will be, getting what's due to you. That's what I'm feeling here. You'll be fulfilled, abundant, and doing something for work that you absolutely love. So you could have been so attached to something, thinking that you really loved it, or maybe you really did love it with the Three of Swords. It cut you deep when you had to let go of it, or you were let go. But you will be moving into something even better than that, even better than you could have even imagined. It's the divine plan for you. And that happens a lot, where you are so focused and you hold on so tightly to something, thinking that that's the end, it's the be all end all. That's your destiny, that's your fate. But not seeing what's around the corner, something that the divine is trying to give to you. And even though you have to suffer a loss from something, you will feel 1,000 times better once you move on to the new thing. Okay? So, 5434, I'll just say that for Libra in love with Scorpio. Okay. Whoa. Okay, so Libra and Scorpio dealing with a love situation. You have the Ten of Cups, the Three of Swords, and you have Embrace, which is major arcana for the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so you had a breakup with a Libra or Scorpio, or maybe you should break up. If it's worth saving, then you both could possibly forgive and forget and move into something fulfilling, supportive, happy, secure. And if it's not worth saving and you decide to end it, then you could move on to something fulfilling, supportive, happy, and secure with someone else. Possibly moving on from someone else to a Libra or Scorpio. For some, you may choose to just fix it. And with the proper communication and understanding, you overcome all of the fears and insecurities and ego that was involved. Now, for your additional message, I got the card. You don't really want to watch this movie, do you? And for that, I look at it as what I was saying earlier to another sign, Scorpio dealing with another sign. It could be like, those Netflix and chill situations where you say, yeah, let's watch this movie, but you both know that you're not just going to watch the movie. It's going to turn into something sexual. So with this card, you don't really want to watch the movie, do you? It could say, look, I really just want to skip to the sexual part that we both know we want to do. It could be that. And if this isn't a new situation with a Libra or Scorpio and it's an existing relationship, now I'm looking at that as like now you both can return to the playfulness of before. Returning to that spark. You have that spark back into the relationship where you just want to fool around with each other. Or if it's a new Libra or Scorpio that you're dealing with, it could be passionate and there's promise for more. There's promise for a 10 of Cups here with this new person. So I'm not sure. Only you know your situation. Unless you'd like to tell me about it in the comments. I don't mind. I don't mind hearing some stuff. But I understand if you want to be private. Okay. So this is going to be Scorpios dealing with a fellow Scorpio at 5814. And this is the business portion. Scorpios dealing with a fellow Scorpio. Right here. Okay. You have the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Cups. Your Oracle card is Reach Out, and it's actually the Three of Pentacles. Okay. Scorpio dealing with the fellow Scorpio in business. Maybe one Scorpio is too emotional when it comes to work and biz. Or one is, well, let me see. One Scorpio could be too emotional when it comes to work and business. And one could be too intellectual. I don't want to say intellectual, like logical, practical. Could be that. Maybe if you work together, you can accomplish great things because it'll be, both energies. Maybe one Scorpio could join forces with another one through, like social media or something like that. Maybe a charitable cause. Could be that type of situation as well. Or maybe even some creative project. Someone is urged to use their intuition and logic as well as their emotions. Don't reveal too much as far as your ideas. Let it be more of a balanced, equal thing. Someone can be unrealistic when it comes to work. And, maybe they are more idealistic instead of putting in the necessary work to bring about the success, not pulling their weight. But if, like I said again, working together could be really successful because you have the balance of energies. You can push each other. Where one is lacking in one department, the other one can, you balance each other out. That could be very successful. Okay? That was short and sweet for love. So 1/115 for business. Scorpio dealing with a fellow Scorpio in love. It's that time now. You have the Queen of Swords. You have the Queen of Cups. You have the Three of Pentacles, the Oracle card for reach out. Okay? Now, I will tell you the very first thing that I got when I saw these two cards. I know it's not going to apply to everyone, but I immediately got it could be a same-sex relationship with two women. Okay? I'm just saying. It could be. I don't know. Okay. So for Scorpios dealing with the fellow Scorpio in love, this could talk about, a Scorpio needing to be more discerning when it comes to people that they involve themselves with. One could be all in, and one could be more focused on business and their goals. So you want to be careful if you're the one that's all in emotionally, because the other person is not on that page as much. They may want a lot of independence. They could even want to just be single. They have a very practical, logical way of looking at this situation. Someone could even desire to have a child, so you especially want to be careful and make sure that you have open communication with each other so that you can make sure that you're both on the same page, because you don't want to have a situation where one wants a child, the other one does not. They want to be single and do their own thing, and that could just be a recipe for disaster. For the reach out card, which is really the Three of Pentacles, I got more of a business vibe. Let others pull their weight. There are people that want to help you, even though you can do it all alone. You can. But accept help, because it will allow you to achieve what you're trying to achieve faster. Maybe the more emotional Scorpio in this situation has done this, or for some, it's a past person. Okay. Now for the additional message that I got here. Did you just hear my back crack? Oh my gosh. I've erased so many messages to you. And Yeah, for that, I'm feeling that that could possibly come from the emotional Scorpio. That's what I meant with that message. Yeah, maybe the more emotional Scorpio said something to that effect. I've erased so many messages to you. Maybe that's what they could be thinking. Or it could have something to do with a past person, a past Scorpio that you may have been dealing with. I'm not sure. Okay. 1-5-30 for Sagittarius in business. All right. Let's put these messages back. I'm going to have to write clearer notes because, yeah. It gets a little confusing. I just have all this stuff coming out. I have misspelled words. I just have like jumbled messages. I need to get it together, get my life together. Okay, so for Scorpios dealing with the Sagittarius in business, you got the Death card. That's a pretty Death card, if you can even say that. The Queen of Swords. And you have Believe and Succeed card, which is technically the Six of Wands. Okay, and then the additional message can go either way, so let's see where I include that. Scorpio's dealing with Sagittarius in business. You could need to let go of old attitudes about money, like fear of losing it or how you've handled money in the past, spending it on too many material things possibly. You could choose to partner with a Sagittarius or a Scorpio, whichever you are, for charity purposes, charitable purposes. You could start a new business working with others. Don't let old emotions affect your new business or job. Speak up for what you want and stand your ground if necessary. But balance emotions. Don't tell all of your business to others. You could have a new business endeavor that's creative and it allows you to use your knowledge and communication skills, possibly with the Sagittarius or Scorpio. With the Believe and Succeed card, which is the Six of Wands, that points to financial success, a raise, promotion, with a creative project, possibly. You could be receiving recognition at this time for that. And the additional message I got was I said what I said, which is kind of for me this Queen of Swords energy. I mean, just look at her. It's kind of like, especially if you have your own business or, this talks about standing your ground. You could tell someone something and maybe they question you or whatever the situation is where you have to say basically like, look, what I said was what I meant. I said what I said, okay? It could be that type of situation. Now, in love, 1-9-13, Scorpio and Sagittarius dealing with a love situation. You got the Death card, the Queen of Swords, Believe and Succeed, which is the Six of Wands. Okay? Scorpio and Sagittarius in a love situation. The Death card could be the Scorpio energy, or it could mean a possible ending with a Sagittarius. I'm not sure. Or you both could need to change to salvage this for some. Someone desires, independence and just being single and being focused on their business. With the Believe and Succeed card, you could desire true love in another person, and it urges you to be confident and put that energy out there, that positive, confident energy, so that you can attract what you want. And, then you'll get it. You have or will have a strong influence over others, which helps if you're, having some type of business relationship, business venture or something like that. It also helps in dating. You might meet a Sagittarius or a Scorpio, depending on who you are. And with the I Said What I Said card as your additional message, it could have something to do with the possible ending that I was talking about you both needing to change. You could decide to end things with a Sagittarius or a Scorpio, and they're like, but why? Or, but I don't want to end it. And you can be like, well, hey, I said what I said. It's over. Or it could be a situation where you both need to change to salvage this. And maybe, this is you standing your ground in this relationship. Like, hey, this is what I want from this relationship. Either this is going to happen, you're going to cooperate or not. But I said what I said. It could be that type of situation, okay? Let me make sure I got all of those messages out. I did. Okay. Let me put these back. Scorpio dealing with Capricorn at 1/12/18. And I have to tell you a funny story, Capricorn. Just one sec. 1/12/18. Okay. So Capricorns dealing with the Scorpio. I do have to tell you, when I was initially shuffling the cards and, trying to get a card out for Capricorns dealing with Scorpios, I accidentally said Cancer at first. Scorpios dealing with a Cancer. So maybe there could be a Capricorn or a Scorpio that have Cancerian energy in their chart. Or there could be a Cancerian involved somewhere in the situation. Just saying. Okay. So Scorpio's dealing with a Capricorn in business. Business is first. You got the Fool card. You got the Devil card, which is Capricorn energy. So makes sense. And then it is a major arcana card as well. But the Oracle card is what I meant to say. You got Detached. But it is major arcana for the Justice card. Okay. Scorpio, Capricorn dealing with in business. You got all major arcana cards. Can we just take a moment? Can we take a moment? The Fool, the Devil, and the Justice card? Well, that's a really crappy way of showing you, but you get the point. The Fool, the Devil, and the Justice card. Wow. You could be naive when it comes to your finances. Well, someone could. Just like spending like you've never had money before. And you don't know what to do with it. It could be that type of energy. It also could be a new job or a new business that you're just so excited about the money and the status that you're just not handling things the right way financially. There could be a Capricorn involved that you could be or want to be doing business with. So that could be where the Capricorn fits in. I'm not sure. Um, Now, this Capricorn could be sketchy, or their business plan could be sketchy. You fit the energy where it's supposed to be. Don't sell your soul for profit. Okay, it's not worth it. Someone could even want to take advantage of the other person for personal gain. There could be a workaholic that's not focused too much on love, and that is a Capricorn trait. You know, you Capricorns can be really focused on their business. They're like, yeah, love, that's later. Let me focus on this money. So that could just be the Capricorn's energy. But you are urged twice to make your money honestly. It's not worth it to do it in a dishonest way. Could be signing contracts with a Capricorn or a Scorpio. But don't be too naive. Read the fine print. Okay? And I do have to say, with this additional message, it can go either way as far as look what I can do. It could be someone trying to, if it's a shady person, like I mentioned earlier, it could be someone trying to divert your attention away from other things that your attention should be on when it comes to them. Or it could be business, you know, shady dealings. That could be a situation. Okay. So, love will be 11722 for Capricorn and Scorpios. Interesting. Okay. I got a song in my head just now. It's a reggae song, so I mean, if you want to check it out, you can. It's called Dem a Watch, and I will put it in the comments below. And the song is basically about people, negative people, all trying to focus on your business. You know, you could be in a relationship with someone and there are just negative people just waiting for your downfall. Just focused on your business, that they just sit around, they gossip, they just put out nothing but negative energy, just waiting for you both to break up. So that could be for someone. Just keep that in mind. But we are still on Scorpios dealing with Capricorns, the love portion. You got the Fool card. I probably did this already, but I don't remember, so forgive me if I did. The Devil card. And you got Detach, which is major major arcana for the Justice card. So Capricorn and Scorpios dealing with in a love situation. It could be a new relationship with a Capricorn or a Scorpio. It could feel like you've met the one, you know, like a soulmate. You could be naive when it comes to this person. Sex could cloud your judgment and their flaws. And the same actually goes if it's an existing relationship. The sex could cloud your judgment. It could cloud their flaws, um, blind you to their flaws. If I said that correctly, you need to ask yourself at this time, if it is an existing relationship, is this relationship affecting your life in a good or bad way? Which one? Should you leave, but you feel as if you can't leave? You could be chaining yourself to this existing relationship for whatever reason. And, like I said, there's no judgment here. It could be the sex. I'm not sure what the situation is, but it could be there could be someone that's doing that. There could be a marriage to a Capricorn or a Scorpio. And there needs to be balance and fairness here. Maybe a convo is needed so that both of you can get on the same page here. With the Look What I Can Do card, someone, a Capricorn or a Scorpio, could just be trying to impress you, especially, if it's a new situation, a new relationship, or what have you. They could be like, was it Stewart is his name? And I think it was like on Saturday Night Live, SNL. I think they had like a little segment where it was like this, I think his name was Stewart, and he always would say, "Look what I can do." And he was always doing like silly things to impress people. And he had his mother there, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So that's where that card came from. It could be someone that's really just trying to impress you. Or it could be someone that's trying to, like I said before, even in love, turn your attention away from other things that you should be focused on. So that's about all I got for Capricorns dealing with the Scorpio. Scorpios dealing with the Capricorn. 12222. Oh yeah, we're taking that for Aquarius. 12222. This is for Scorpios dealing with Aquarius in business. Ooh, okay. Scorpio's Aquarius business. King of Cups. Two of Swords. And you got the Move card, which is actually Major Arcana for the Chariot card. Now, the King of Cups can be looked at as Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces energy, I believe. Yeah. And then the Chariot card is usually just a Cancerian energy. Just saying, I don't really like to incorporate that because we're all made up of different signs, So I'm just saying because I was called to say it. Okay. So this is in business. You may need to trust your intuition as well as using your logic in a situation, possibly with an Aquarius. Perhaps your emotions could affect a financial matter with an Aquarius, or vice versa, like I said. Maybe you have a creative job, but you could feel unfulfilled because you want to use more of your intellect. You may need to make a decision about this job or career, but you can't rush this decision. You're urged to use your inner guidance and to go with the flow, that's how water takes you. Wherever it takes you, you have to be able to go with the flow. Because if you fight it, that's where the problems happen. So go with the flow when it comes to financial matters. You may need to study or learn more about a new job or career opportunity before you just up and leave your job or career that you have now. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Uh, the additional message is more for love, so I will save it for that. 12512. Scorpio. I said a Scorpio. I meant Aquarius and Scorpio. I'm merging your names. A Scorpio instead of Aquarius. Okay, so Scorpio and Aquarius in love. King of Cups. Two of Swords. The Move card, which is Major Arcana Chariot card. Okay. Now, like I said, just for the business portion, King of Cups could be a Scorpio energy. This is Scorpio dealing with Aquarius. The Chariot card could be Cancerian energy. Someone could have Cancer in their birth chart. I'm not sure. Just letting you know. This could be a deep emotional relationship with the Scorpio and Aquarius. Or it was. Because now you both may be on totally different pages. But one of you is urged to listen to your head and your heart when making a decision here. You're urged to go within and focus on yourself instead of being worried about this relationship or any relationship for that matter at this time. You have two cards that speak about trying to resolve things to become harmonious due to conflicted feelings. So that is definitely a message there. You got, for the additional message, I don't usually do this. And for that, it could be a moment where a person has a talk with themselves like, who am I in this relationship? I'm not usually like this in a relationship. It did mention, with the King of Cups, someone could be, jealous, possessive, have that type of energy. Someone could be overly logical and detached. But either way, you have the I don't usually do this card. So someone's having that talk with themselves. Like, what is going on with me? Like, this is not me. Okay? Of course, only you know your situation. Only you know. Ooh, 128.18. Oh my gosh. There we go. 128.18. Scorpio and Pisces, we finally come to you. This is Scorpio and Pisces in business first. You got, oh gosh, you got the Two of Swords. I literally just had that message. You got the Justice card. You got the Three of Pentacles. And you got Darkest Fears, which is the Nine of Swords. Okay. Scorpios dealing with Pisces in business first. It could be a legal matter with a Pisces or a Scorpio. If it's not that, it could be you both sharing wealth together. But you are urged, someone is urged to use your intuition and your logic. Trust your inner guidance. Maybe there's a contract that you're signing for a new job or business that you're confused or conflicted about. But there seems to be a favorable outcome here. Or it could be that you feel responsibilities aren't equally divided at work, rewards aren't equally divided at work. You could possibly receive like a payback for the work that you've done. Your efforts will pay off. Maybe you get a new job where you can really show your abilities off and achieve success. Maybe that could be that new contract that you could be signing. Whatever is going on, it could have had a lot of, it could have contributed a lot, rather, to your anxiety. It could be anxiety around a legal matter, or the contract, or the job situation. Someone could get an inheritance or a settlement that you possibly, could be like a whatever type of settlement that you could possibly have felt guilt over, or like I said, anxiety. This could talk about someone being unhappy with their job once again. Maybe they lost the job, or they could have possibly just left due to all of this. Okay? Love message at 131:31. I like that. Okay. 131:31. Scorpio dealing with the Pisces in love. You got the Two of Swords. The Justice card. Ooh, just dropped that. Darkest fears, and this is Nine of Swords energy. Oh, I'm dropping all of these cards. Okay, Scorpio dealing with Pisces in love. You could be trying to resolve differences at this time with the Pisces or Scorpio, just to have some type of harmony. You could be adjusting your behavior, or they could be. And there could even be a decision about marriage, if you should hold on to the marriage or let it go. You could possibly choose to resolve it for some. Maybe you both have realized all of the effort that you've put into this, or you could put more effort into fixing things. And then you will be content. But you could have really been hurt by someone. Someone could have been really hurt. And now they're trying to decide whether or not they want to heal this. Or for some, they will choose to just end it, like I said. So that's that situation. And then you got an additional message which didn't fit too much for business. Did you do that with them? So for that, it's kind of like you could have been having a lot of fights about past relationships. Maybe for some reason, maybe that could be resurfacing, or maybe past affairs. Okay, that's what I got from that additional message. So you have some decisions to make, Scorpio and Pisces, dealing in a love connection. Okay. So this was a long enough video. I hope someone got something out of these messages. Scorpio dealing with all signs. If you enjoyed the vibe, please subscribe. If you don't want to subscribe, that's cool too. You can always drop me a like at least, If you like the video, I don't want you to do a dishonest like. If you actually like the video, then please consider liking it. And hopefully I will see you back. I will most likely be doing another video. I'm not sure if I'll do another video today because I was going to do an all signs video. Well, not all signs, but like put out individual messages for all signs. But I really feel now as if that's something that I should be called to do. Like last week I did a couple of videos for Virgo, Gemini, and Taurus because I was called to do it. I don't want to force messages because that's when you can start giving incorrect. Well, I guess they're all correct, but you can maybe give repeating messages, something that's really not interesting to you at that time. I really want to be called to do it so that I can give you the most accurate messages that you will appreciate, okay? That's enough talking on my end, and I hope to see you back. Hope you enjoyed. See you later.